Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Elligan. I'm a clinical psychologist in Chicago, Illinois, and this is Everyday Psychology. Today we're going to talk a bit about anger and anger management. So anger is an emotional state that can range from mild irritation to extreme rage. It's an emotion that often signals to an individual that something is wrong and that they may need to take action. So it's not always a bad emotion. It gets a bad rap, but the function of the emotion in and of itself is just to inform you that there's something wrong and that you got to do something about it. For many people, they don't listen to that emotion, and it builds and builds and builds, and they have an angry outburst, and they may have difficulty with what's referred to as anger management. So that's what anger is in and of itself. It's just an emotion that can range from mild irritation to extreme rage. It informs you that something is wrong and something needs to be done. For some people, they respond to it quickly and they can manage their anger appropriately and in a functional way, but for others, it becomes a bit difficult. So what are some different ways that we can manage anger? One key component is managing stress, and we've talked about that on a previous episode of Everyday Psychology, but some of the things in review that you can do to manage stress are meditation, exercise, maintaining a good diet, getting a good night's sleep. These are some of the basic, everyday, healthy lifestyle things to do to manage stress. So stress management, very key component in managing anger. Another one is improving communication. Oftentimes people who are angry have difficulty communicating with the individual who is bringing this emotion out of them. And you want to be able to communicate effectively so that you can let someone know that they're having a negative impact on your emotions. And oftentimes people feel like they have to keep that tucked away and not discuss it because it may jeopardize the friendship or it may jeopardize the relationship. But oftentimes it's more detrimental if you don't have those discussions. Another key component of anger management, which is interesting to many people, is assertiveness training. Learning how to become more assertive. Oftentimes people who are overwhelmed with anger are people who are not assertive, and they tend to be very compliant with the demands and expectations of family and friends. Basically, we call them people pleasers. So people pleasers often aren't assertive, and we want people to develop assertiveness so that they can share with other people that they're having a negative impact on them. There's a distinction between assertiveness and aggression, and people oftentimes confuse the two. Assertiveness is just simply letting people know that there's certain things that they may want you to do that you're not comfortable doing. And you may help them solve the problem in another way. For example, someone who wants you to drive them to the airport on Saturday morning, and your plan was to sleep late Saturday, but your buddy calls and says at the last minute, can you shoot me out to the airport? And you have difficulty saying, no, I have other plans. So you do it begrudgingly, and that angers you. And then other little things happen throughout the day, and oftentimes the people who are people pleasers throughout the day and other relationships. So they have this irritation that's building and building and building and can lead to difficulty with anger management. So assertiveness training, very important. Another one is laughter and having a sense of humor and seeing the funny things in everyday life. That takes a bit of the edge off of life that can make you very angry. Another technique is relaxation training, deep breathing, relaxing your muscles, possibly having some visualization exercises where you're visualizing yourself in a very relaxing, peaceful environment. So these are some of the different techniques that can be utilized to help people manage anger. In review, they include stress management, which is really a lot of techniques involved in having a healthy lifestyle. Assertiveness training, being assertive and recognizing that there is a distinction between assertiveness and aggression. Humor, recognizing and identifying the funny things in everyday life. And relaxation training, some deep breathing exercises with some visualization and seeing yourself in a relaxing, enjoyable place, which for many people can be very similar to meditation. I'm Dr. Elligan, and this is Everyday Psychology.